So first thing, whatever you do about this project which I gave you, this project, okay, this project will be, will become too complex. So we have to do a lot of things in each project. This is just a beginning. So you have to put this in the some GitHub or GitLab repo and share me that repo. Don't share me the file that you have added this in one file. Don't share me the file. Just share me the Git repo, GitLab or GitHub repo, whatever you have used it. I want that repo where you have done this part. Second thing is every day I'll give you some task, a JavaScript problem or something like that. You have to do it and put it in the comment section of the problem. Okay, so for example, let me give you today's problem. So I will not give you the solution of this problem. You have to solve this problem, and if you cannot solve it, just take help of Google or ChatGPT and put your solution here in the comment section. So I will just give you the problem. You have to find the solution and you have to put it in the comment section. So today's problem will be, one second. Okay, let's see today's problem. Can you see my screen, right? Okay, so the problems. I will just put the problems and you have to do that problem. Can you see my screen? So the name of problem is remove duplicates from sorted array. So this is the problem. So you will be given the array, sorted array, and you have to remove the duplicates from the array. So I'll put the explanation what you have to do it in this one. So let's say input will be, I will give one example of input. Input will be array like 1, 1, 2. So we have the 1 as extra, so we have to remove the duplicate. So what you have to do, you have to keep the array same, only you have to replace the first two to 1 and 2. So here output will be 1, 2, and I don't mind you put leave it all other elements as it is. You can leave 2 also as it is, because only the first two elements, which are the unique, will be checked when I check the solution. So I will not check what will happen after 1 and 2. You can keep this last element same, but this array should have initial elements to be the unique, which are present. So for example, here 1 and 2 are unique, and rest you can keep the third element 2 same. That's fine. Okay, so the function will be like this. I'll give you one more example. Function will be like this. Every day I'll give you some problem. You have to solve it and just put it in the comment section. So function remove duplicates. It will accept this input num num, this will be the array. And in the end, you have to return how many are duplicates. So here 1 and 2 are duplicates. 2 are unique kind of thing. So you have to return 2, for example, right? In this case. So to return something, maybe I will say return, I will create one variable, let counter equal to 2 or 0. But this counter should be updated to 2 because here we have 2 unique elements, and in the first 2 places we put a unique element. So I need this counter. So counter should come as a 2. That is 2 unique are there, others are duplicate. Okay. So output should be this. That means this nums array should be updated to like the output I have shown here. Let me give you another example. Example 2. So here I will put some another example. Input will be, so this will be sorted array 0 0 1 1 1 2 2 3 3 4. So total elements are 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 are there. So if I consider this condition, output will be 0 1 2 3 4. These are the unique, right? And rest you have to keep whatever you want. You can keep underscore, or you can keep same as it is. You can keep all elements same also. So for example 0 1 2 3 4. So you can keep all the elements as it is after that. So the only thing I will be checking that this is unique, and after that I don't check it. And based on the counter, I will check the number of elements which are unique. Any question on this problem? Any question or any doubt you want to ask? Did you understood what you have to do?
The first example, the input is 1 1 2, right? Output should be 1 2 1, right? Like you didn't care about this other repeated value. It should be 1, right?
So the the 1 2 is unique, and after that third element you can put anything. I don't care. Okay, here I repeated this part as a third element, which is easy because let's say I replace these two with 1 2 and I kept this as it is. That's why I put 2. So it can be anything. So I don't care what is there. You can put blah 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 blah. Anything should be there. I don't mind. But first 2, since these are the unique elements, should be present at that first level. It should be present at the start of the array. So here, for example, 10 elements are there, but I care about the unique elements here. That is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Rest, you can keep it as same if it is easy, or you can keep it like put this also or put anything. I don't care. So this should be unique, should be present here, and this should be anything. I kept it this because this is simple to use. You can keep the same elements as it is. Got it? Is that clear? Question is clear? So every day I will give you this some problem every time when we have the class. So after 1 year, you will have a lot of problems, 100 to 200 problems, which you have done every day. Okay, this is just keeps on practicing. You will get some practice of the problems. If you don't understand, you can ask me Telegram. Let me put a new category, problems, inside JavaScript. Okay, let's put in the problems. So when you solve this problem, you have to put it in the comment section, your solution. Try first. If you don't know, take help of Google, take help of ChatGPT. If you take help of them also, after you try it sometime, then also it's fine. At least you will, if you don't know, you will learn the technique which it will show. Okay, so it's not that you cannot take help. You can take help, but try 5 minutes to solve it, 5 to 10 minutes. And if you cannot solve it, then you can take help. Okay, let me put it here. Day 19, 10, 07. Okay, problem. Okay, this is the first thing which we will do every day. I will give you some new problem. I will not tell you the solution because if you go to ChatGPT or if you go to, Google, you will get the solution. And I want you to find your solution yourself. Okay, so that's the reason you have to find it yourself. Next, let's continue our. First, let's do some React, yes, and then I will move to linked list. Let's go to. So yesterday we finished the edit of the this results using the local storage. So you can do similarly delete also, and I want you to do the delete part. So just use same delete function which we have done here. The only thing, once you delete it, you have to save this stamp in the local storage. So that will be the addition for it. Otherwise, the solution will be same as we have done it here. Okay, so this is the same thing which we have done it. So you have to just do the delete part. I'm just showing the solution here. So when we have the delete button, on click of the delete, I call handle delete with index. The only thing you have to add the local storage part. We call the set topics with the previous value. We take the previous value, we splice, that is, we remove the one element and we return it, test it. So that is what we have done here. Okay, so this is the delete part is simple and do it. Next. Okay, so this sometimes this index, the tonal length is some error of warning of index, the tonal length, because index is generally not used, but since it is local, it's fine. Now let's move to here. Here we have add topics by calling the API. We call this API, and we call this API on the submission of the add topic. And in that, we have to delete it and edit it. So I will start something basic and then you have to do it and show me the result tomorrow. So I will create this delete part and edit part. So as soon as I click edit, I will use these two variables. One will be setting the index and one will be setting the value. And as soon as I click the edit or delete, let's add the index also here. So once you click the edit, it will update the set value and set input. See, we are getting this warning. How to remove this warning? See, this is a span and click is not span one. So we can say Arya hidden equal to, if I say like this warning goes away. Okay, let's create this handle delete. And I have copied same thing what we have, and I will also copy this part also. Let's put let's put it in the table. So I will create two functions, handle delete. This is same thing I repeated from the topic one. I just added the edit link and the delete link. And when someone will click edit, we will show this box. And when someone will call the delete, we have to call the delete function. I will do this tomorrow in the next class, but I want you to try before I do it. And I can also do the update. Okay. So here we have to use the AJAX call, the asynchronous call to the server, like we have asynchronous call to fetch it. So whenever we are passing the reference. So whenever I will show you the API which we will be using to delete or to update it, but it will be some call to the server, right? So see, as we have done this server call, we have to do same call in the delete one and edit one. This is the get data where we get the data. So as soon as you delete it, you have to call this get data again so that the list should get updated. And when you update it, then also you have to call this get data again so that you should get updated list. Okay, my computer battery is down. Give me 2 minutes. Let me attach the charger. Okay, so whenever I'm back here. So whenever you will update the record, you have to call this get data again to, refresh the page, kind of refresh the list of the records. So I will now show you the API, how to update and how to delete. You have to use those API to to you have to use those API here to update and delete the record. Okay. So let me go through the API. Let me open the API. Okay. So let's go to the API. Let me see how we are adding the topic. Okay, so we are calling this API call. Let's call in the Postman. So this is the get all API. Okay, so get all, get one, create. This is a create API. This is the create copy. Okay. So let me duplicate this one. Let's rename this to update. So I will call this same URL, and here I will just use the put method, and here is the body. So before I really update it, let's see if we are getting this. Let's move the latitude longitude. Let's see if we are getting this apple here. So I will just do the get all. Because the additional parameter, I haven't talked about it yet. I will talk when time will come. You have to use the server copy. Okay, so for topic 1, I'm getting mango, I'm getting apple. And apple has ID of this ID. So if I want to get one, yes, okay, so I can get one apple here. So let's go about update part now. In the update, we have to pass after node. I have to pass the ID which I want to delete it. So when you get the list of items, you will get a object ID, and that ID you have to pass it here so that we can update that part. Okay, so let's do it here. I will pass ID here, and I will update something. The topic will be, for example, topic will be Apple 1. Send. Okay, success is true. Now we'll go to get 1 and see. So now it is updated to Apple 1. So I can go to Apple 2. I can name it topic as Apple 1 here, and I will update it. As soon as I update it, I will go to get 1 and see it is Apple 1 here. I can go to get all also and send. So you will see here also Apple is changed to Apple 1 here. So what is the API for update? We have to call the URL like this, I will put it in the notes. Okay, I will put it in the notes. So let's put in the notes. So how to update? So we have to call the put method, and URL is this. This is the ID which I want to update it, and it accesses the body. It accesses the body, the one which is similar to what we use in the ad. Don't worry about latitude, longitude. So it will take the reference. It will take the even it will not take the reference. But if we want to update the reference, we can update the reference. We can choose any key value pair, whatever we want. Here it is a topic, so I can put the topic. So it doesn't matter. Let's try to update it without reference. I'm not sure API supports that. Let's check it. So this is update. If I don't pass reference, I'll check it. Okay, reference is needed for it. Sorry. So reference is needed. Okay, so I will put reference also. So whatever reference you want to edit it. This reference is also, whatever you want to pass, you can pass. So for one application, you can pass topic 1. For second application, you can pass topic 2. This is the, application name. You can say this is the application name. So whatever name you want to use in your application. So for example, if Kate is making this one, so she will pass the reference as debate. Okay, and in all calls, she will call the debate. If you are using medical system, you pass reference as whatever reference you want to pass, medical system. Because consider that each reference will give you different results. So for one application, we will pass debate. On another application, we pass medical system. So this reference, whatever you use one application, you can pass same thing in every call. Any question on this update part? So I just put the API details. You have to take this API details and you have to use it in your page. Is that clear? Any question on this one?
No.
Okay, let's do the delete one. So here you have to call the delete method. And you have to call the same URL like this one. URL is this. Okay, let me see what another parameter we will pass with delete. Okay, so just you will pass this ID in the delete and using the delete method, and you will get some response, success response, that record deleted. Okay, let's try this one in the Postman. So I'll create duplicate this update, and I will name it as delete. And here I want to delete this one. I don't need the body for that. I will use delete method and I will pass this URL. So Apple here will get deleted. Send. Once I click send, you will see success record deleted and this ID is deleted. So if I now go to get one, so I will see not found because I just now deleted it. Same thing will happen with the get all. I won't be able to see apple here. So we are able to see mango and nothing else. Okay, apple here is deleted. So this is the you know uh, what we call as information about delete. This is information about update, how to update it. So what you have to do, in the here, yeah. So when someone will call it delete, you don't have to pass the index, because index we were passing when we were having the local state variable. Now it is server, so you have to pass the ID which you want to delete it. So here you will pass the ID which you want to delete it, and this ID will come here, and you have to delete based on this ID. So you have to take this information when you go for real world, when you go for real job, or if you are doing it also, backend person will say that this is you have to pass delete method and you have to pass this URL. So you have to, and he will also give some headers like security one, which we are not using it now, but we will be using it in our real life application. So just he will give you this information, you delete method and URL. So you have to check in the Postman, and then you have to call it here with the information which which is given by your backend guy. So these are the two methods. I will now put it in the document so that you can use this, and then you can do this problem. So most of the things I will ask you to do this time, because if I do everything, you will not learn. You will not learn much. And if you do yourself, then you will learn. So let's create, edit, our topics project, edit and delete on server. So here, first will be the information. So this is the API information which you have to use it. And then I will also paste the code. Okay, so this is the results page. This is the results.jsx. Then I'm just putting so that you can take the same code and you can work on top of it. Add topic.jsx. And comes the topic 3. Topic 3.jsx. Okay, I'm removing the search part because we are not yet doing the search. So let's remove the search part. Okay, so this will be your reference to start, and then what you have to do, I'll just put the things which you have to do. This you have to do, and this you have to do. So let's put this in the okay. So now I will put this in the README file. This is your task. Now let's move to any questions on this one before I move to linked list.
No.
Get everything good? Okay. So we'll start with the linked list, which we have created a lot of methods. So we will update the, easy method first, and then we'll go to the difficult methods in this file. And as soon as we will fill this, we will also draw the diagram here. Okay, so let me start this one. So there is one head in the linked list, which is currently null. Initial value of it is null because it is not pointing to anything. This variable is null. So when we start a linked list, we get the head, and head has nothing here, and so its value is null. That's what I have done it here. Head is null. Make sure you remember this function node. I will ask you to write down this one. So because this is the core of this linked list, you should do this 10 times to create this node again and again, because this is something you have to do it again and again. What is this coming? Okay. So if I want to clear the thing, that is, if I want to reset everything at the beginning of this one, what should I write in this so it will clear everything? So I have created nodes. I showed you yesterday creation of node dot next, node dot next dot next. I have many things in that node. If I want to clear the linked list, can anyone tell me what will be the code inside the clear? I have to reset everything. It's kind of reset. Okay. So initially the head is null. There is no next in the head. So just we have to say head is null. We have to keep the head null. When I want to reset everything, it should be like beginning. There is no next right now because head has nothing. It's null initially. I cannot have next one. So next is not needed. This head is null. We are not putting head is next to null. We are putting head to null. That means it resets. Nothing is there on the picture, and we get the head as a null. So the most important thing is we have to add the data inside the linked list. So either I can use push method to add it, or I can also use unshift method to add the data. So let's try to do this thing, push and unshift. Both will insert the data into my linked list kind of thing. So let's go with the push one. So this is my single linked list. I call this list as a new single list linked list, and we are seeing the list as here. So let's see what list is coming right now. So if you see the list as the head of null, and all the functions which we have are here. Okay, let's try to do the push first, and I will be adding some values in my list. So instead of showing the list, I will just show the list.head because I don't care all these functions. I just want to see what is data inside the head. So I will just display the head. And now if I run, list is null because head is null. So first thing, we will add the data. We have to add the data in the linked list. So for that, I can use list.push. If I use push, I need to put some value in it. Let's say if I put value of 1, and then I will put multiple values, 2, 3, 4, 5, let's put 6 values. 6. Okay, I put 6 values in it. I can also put unshift, which will go the data from the beginning. Let's put value at the beginning. So unshift will come from the, it will come from the beginning, and push will go the data at the end of the list. Right now I'm calling it, but nothing is written in that function. So here I say 0. Up before 1 is 0. I can put anything. I'm just putting number line system -1, -2, and -3. So what will happen if I push this? This will go at the end of the list. This will go at the beginning of the list. So let's try to complete the push one. I want to pass some value in it. So I put value in it. So now what I have to do? I have to create node. I have to create a node, this node, which has the value and which has the next parameter. If you see the node, it has value and next parameter. Next is initially always null. We can also pass default value next, which is initially null. If I don't pass, it will take null. As a as a safe thing, I can also maybe I can create directly node with next some next also if I want. And if I don't pass next, it will go as a null. So I have to create this node. I have to create this node and attach to the head. If we don't have anything in the head, then what I will do, I will create the node and attach to the head. But if I have something in the head, this is my head, and it has the first node already with value 1. So if it is already some value, then I will go next of 1 and then I will attach another value here as a 2. And this will be pointing to null. So this is the second time I'm doing it. First time I add one number here, and then second time I'm attaching 2. So we have to consider two cases. If head is null, then what to do, and if head is not null, then what to do. So we have to do two conditions. Let's do both the conditions. So I will say first I will create one node which will be attached to my head. I will say constant new node. I can put any name, and I will say new node, and I will pass this value. So if I want to see console.log new node, okay, so I'm displaying it. Right now I will comment all this one. I will just keep one to see the result. So what I am doing when I'm pushing, I created a new node with the value of 1 and next is null. And this object I have to attach to head. So whatever I have this object, I have to attach to head. So I told you two cases are there. If nothing is there in the head, then we have to attach directly under the head. And if we have something in the head, then we have to go till end of this list and then attach it. So let's try to take both the cases. Here I will say if not this dot head, that means head is, or if I say if not, that means there is nothing in the head, then I have to attach this new node to head. So I will say this dot head equal to new node. And then I will return with the new node what I have pushed it. So I just want to tell user this part I have pushed it. So this is the first case when nothing is there in head. I just pushed it in the head and I return the new node. I can return null also. It doesn't matter.
Sir, why you have added this dot head?
This dot head is the main variable which will save all the list information. So I update this dot head to the new node because this dot head is null. Now I have to add the new node to head. So the list will start, train will start. So all train will be saved in this variable. Okay, now let's run it. So you will see my list is now having the node of value 1 And so that means the initially list was null. This is the head, right? Head. I have to show the head. I'm just saying list head. Let's put the list head. So as soon as I push this one, you see the head becomes the node object which is having the value of 1. So if we don't have anything in the head, we just put in the head the new node, and don't worry about return statement. I can return anything. I can return null also. I can return new node, whatever I want, I can return it. So don't worry about return part. It is just I don't want to go further. That's why I'm returning it. Now, if I do this, so if I uncomment this all list of push, what do you think? 2 will be added or not?
No.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6 will not be added because we have not written the code for it. We have only written the case where there is no head, then add it. And if it is head is there, then we have not written anything here. We have to write it. So let's run it. So now you see my head is only one node that is having value and next equal to none. Now what I will do, if I have something in the head, let's go to this one. This is my head. I already created now one node which has the value of 1 and next is null. Now, if I have something in the head, then I have to travel this. Go on traveling till I see that it is the last item, because the new item which I have to add is at the last item here. So I have to go through whole node and see till we get null. If we get null, then we know we don't have anything more. Then I can add my node at the end of the chain or end of the train. So let's see how we travel it. Okay. So this travel method is very similar and we will be using a lot how to travel. So just remember this travel method, which is very important. Travel method. So I create one variable with the let, maybe I can say current. I can name it anything. I'm putting name as a current. And initially it will point to head. Okay, so it will point to head. Now I have to run the while loop. And in the while loop, I will check if current.next is there or not. If current.next is not there, that means it is the last item in the chain and I will get this last item. And if I get the current.next, then that means something is there after this. So let's say if I have chain already created 1, 2, and 3, and then it is null. So initially I will point this current to this one and I will check if next is there. Yeah, next is there, which is this one. So I will move this current to this place. I will delete it from here. I will move the current here. Then I will check current.next is there or not. I will see, oh, current.next is here. So I will delete current here. I will update current to this one. And then I will check whether current.next is there or not. Here I don't find it. It is null. So current.next is not there. That means this is the last item. This current is last item. So I will use this current and I will say current.next equal to new node, the one which I'm trying to add it now. I will do current new node, which is the new node which I just now created it. So what I will do, I will initially point this head to current and then I will check if current.next is there. And if it is there, I will update the current equal to current dot next. So that way I will go on passing to next till I reach the end. And once I reach the end, we will not get the current dot next, and we will be out of this while loop. And this current will be now the last item. So now I know the current is now last item. So I will say current dot next is equal to the new node which I created. So that way I travel the whole chain and I reach the whole chain here, and then I update this next value with the new node. So now the current dot next will be the new node, and it will add, delete, I'm not able to delete it. Okay, so it will now have new chain here, that is 4 numbers, which will be pointing to null. So we have to travel through the whole chain, reach the last point, and then add the new node. So here I'm starting with the head, I'm checking if next is there. If next is there, I update the current. And once it goes to the last point where there will be no next, that means we have reached the last point. If we don't have next, that means we reach the last node. Since we reach the last node, then we update this current dot next to the new node. So we will see this in the practical. I will update it. I can return the new node also if I want to capture, and if I don't return it also, then also it's fine, because push will only push it. It doesn't expect to have something in the return. So I can just say return also like this. Here also I can return like this. It doesn't matter. Okay, now I will run it. You will see list head is 1, then it is pointing to 2, then again next is pointing to 3. It is not visible here, but it is pointing to 4, 5, and 6, because I have added something 6 items here. Okay, so this list is now going till 6th number. Any question on this one?
Sir, new node scope is outside the single link, right?
Yeah, can you your voice is low? Your voice is low. Can you please loudly?
I got the solution. I thought new node scope was outside the function.
Okay. So this push method is completed now. What we do in the push method, let me refresh it. We create a new node based on the value which is passed, and I check whether the head is null or not. If head is null, I directly attach this new node to head, and if it is not null, that is something is there, then I create a temporary variable called the current, which is pointing to head, and I go on to the next element using this line of the code by checking the current dot next is there or not. If it is there, I update the current with the current dot next. And if current dot next is not there, that means we have reached the last point, and then last point is updated. The last point of the next is updated with the new node. Okay. Any questions on this one, Kate? Okay. So now what you have to do? You have to write this push function 3 times at home whenever you get time. I will put this whole thing in one document so that you can copy if you want. So just do 3 times, otherwise you will forget it when the time will come. So let me go here and create a new document. Here I say data structure, linked list. Okay, like this, and then I will put the code. that put whole code here. This is just for learning purpose. And then you have to do the push part again and again, and try to draw here, visualize the things here so that you know what things are going on. Go to each line, see what's happening here, try to diagram yourself and try to understand what you are doing it. And we're going to current.next. So let me go through once again. So let's say we have head here and we have multiple items here, and last item is null. And another case is we don't have anything, that is it's pointing to null. So this one is easy. When we have head is null, we directly attach this head to the new node which we just now created. And if we already few items in the head, then I point this current to this one item and check if current.next is there. If current.next is there, I will say current equal to current.next. That is, current will point to this one now. And then I will check again, current.next is there. Okay, it's there. Then I will point current to this current.next. That is this one. Then I will check current.next is there. No, null. It's not there. So I will say, I will come out of the loop and then I will say current.next equal to item number 4, for example. And so this will be attached to this 4 number, which will point to null. So that is how we are pushing it. Pushing means we are putting it at the end of the list. Tomorrow we will do the unshift part where we will add it here. That is unshift. Unshift will come. That is whatever element we have here before that. So today you have to just practice this push part 2-3 times till you are confident on that one. Let me put the category. Add the new category. Linked list. Okay. I'll give you this this link also. So let me put in README and I will give you what we did today. So we did the push part of linked list. Okay, so let me give you in the chat of this. I will put it on the Telegram chat also afterwards. So any questions now? So we did, I told you to do this problem. I gave you the API for this. You have to implement on the site. And then this is the data structure. We did the push part of the linked list. Any question on this one?